Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our class. May I request Rain Angela Odulio to please lead the prayer before class.
In the name of Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Lord, sana po gabayan niya po kami sa aming gagawin ngayong araw at sana po maging ligtas kami sa araw-araw. Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit.
Once again, thank you, Rain Angela, and good morning, everyone. Welcome to our mathematics class. Please allow me to share my screen to all of you. Okay, so this will be the first topic of our third quarter, and this is all about quadrilaterals. When we say quadrilaterals, it is a polygon with four sides. Once again, kung natatandaan niya dati, di ba, sinasabi lang natin, kapag apat ang sides, square agad ang nasa isip natin. Tama? Pero that's not true because hindi porke apat ang side ng isang plane figure ay square na siya. Yung square ay isang uri lang ng plane figure with four sides. But in fact, to be general, ang isang polygon na may four sides, ang tawag natin sa kanya ay quadrilaterals. Okay? So quadrilateral is a plane figure or a polygon with four sides. And we have different types of quadrilaterals. What are those? The first one is trapezium. And then we have the parallelogram, and also we have different types of parallelograms. What are the different types of parallelograms? We have a rectangle, then we have a square, and then we have a rhombus. This is not rhombus, this is a rhombus. Then we have a kite. Basically, these are the different types of quadrilaterals that we are going to deal with. Yan yung iba't ibang uri ng mga quadrilaterals na mayroon tayo. Okay? So, let us have the different properties of quadrilaterals. Let's start with the sides. Alin ba ang sides ng mga quadrilaterals? Ito, yung gilid, ano? So, once again, how many sides do we have in a quadrilateral? We have 4. So lahat yan, lahat ng nasa paligid na ito, trapezium, parallelogram, rectangle, square, rhombus, kite, lahat sila ay mayroong 4 sides. At lahat sila, ibig sabihin ay quadrilaterals. Okay? So, the properties of these different quadrilaterals according to sides. So meron kasi silang iba't ibang klase ng pagkakaayos ng mga sides. Okay? So meron silang mga properties. Kailan natin tatawagin na trapezium ang isang quadrilateral? Kailan natin tatawagin na parallelogram siya? So mayroon silang iba't ibang properties. Simulan natin sa sides. When the quadrilateral is a trapezium, ibig sabihin, so that means that quadrilateral has one pair of parallel sides. What do we mean by parallel sides? Parallel meaning no matter how long you extend the sides, they will not intersect. They will not meet. So alin ang parallel side ng trapezium? Ito yung nasa taas at saka nasa baba. Ibig sabihin, kahit na i-extend mo ng i-extend yung dalawa na yan, they will not have an intersection. Hindi sila magtatama kahit na pahabain pa natin ang pahabain yung dalawang lines na yan. So ibig sabihin pala kapag merong may isang pares ng parallel side, ang isang quadrilateral, ang tawag sa kanya ay trapezium. Okay, trapezium ang tawag sa kanya. Kaya tandaan yon, ano, kapag trapezium, isang pares lang ng parallel side ang mayroon siya. Excuse me. How about with regards to the next one? Ayan, parallelogram, 2 pairs of parallel sides and opposite sides are equal. So nagiging parallelogram ang isang quadrilateral kung mayroon siyang dalawang pares ng parallel side. So kanina isang pares lang, no? This time we have two parallel sides. So ito yung unang pares, so nasa taas at nasa baba, at sila ay equal. Hindi lang sila parallel, ano? At the same time, they are also equal. And then the next pair ay yung nasa side niya, yung dalawang nasa gilid, hindi lang sila parallel, but they are also equal. Meaning, kung ito ay 10 inches, then the side here is also 10 inches. So kung ito ay 7 inches, then this is also 7 inches. So that's the difference, ha? A quadrilateral is a trapezium if and only if it has one pair of parallel sides. It is a quadrilateral, it is a parallelogram if the quadrilateral has two pairs of parallel sides. So that's the difference. Trapezium, isang pares lang ng parallel side, while parallelogram, there are two pairs of parallel and opposite sides are congruent. Next, a rectangle. A rectangle is a parallelogram. So anong ibig sabihin nun? Yung rectangle, isang uri siya ng parallelogram. Bakit? Because two pairs of parallel sides and opposite sides are also equal. Magkamukha sila ng property pagdating sa side. Yung parallelogram at rectangle, magkamukha siya ng properties. Kaya, yung rectangle ay isang uri ng parallelogram. Okay? So once again, a rectangle is a type of parallelogram. How about the square? Ganun din yung square. Kaso nga lang, yung square, aside from having two pairs of parallel sides and opposite sides are equal, lahat ng sides niya ay magkakamukha din. Ibig sabihin, si square ay isang uri din ng parallelogram. Okay? And how about the rhombus? Rhombus, the same as the parallelogram. That is why rhombus is also one type of parallelogram. So si rhombus ay isang uri din ng parallelogram. So ilang uri ng parallelogram mayroon tayo? We have the rectangle, the square, and rhombus. Yung tatlo na yan, these are all types of parallelogram. How about the kite? The last type, ito siya. What can we say about the sides of a kite? Two pairs of adjacent sides are equal. What do we mean by adjacent? Adjacent meaning yung magkatabi. Yung magkatabing side nung kite ay magkamukha. Like here. Itong side na to, katabi niya to, and they are equal. This side, katabi niya to, and they are also equal. So that means a kite is a quadrilateral with two pairs of equal sides. So basically, these are the different properties of the different quadrilaterals that we have according to sides. So kung ang sides ang pag-uusapan natin, ito yung properties ng mga quadrilaterals na mayroon tayo. Actually, ang tatandaan nyo lang dito ay tatlo. Yung properties ni parallelogram, excuse me, yung properties ni trapezium at saka properties ni kite. Because the properties of the rectangle, the rhombus, and the square with respect to their sides are also the same with the properties of the parallelogram. Yun nga lang, when it comes to rhombus and square, the sides are not just parallel sides but also equal. Okay? So is that clear? Vanessa, is that clear? How about Glenn? Did you understand the properties of the quadrilaterals according to sides?
Opo.
Thank you, thank you. How about you, Mergy?
Opo.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, so let us now proceed to the next one. All right, according to angles, what can we say about the properties of these different quadrilaterals according to angles. Kanina sides tayo, no? We are talking about the sides of the quadrilaterals. This time we'll be dealing with the properties of quadrilaterals according to their angles. Okay, let's start with the parallelogram. Opposite angles or equal. What do you mean by opposite angles? Yung opposite angles, kabaliktaran ng adjacent. Ano? Sabi natin kanina, yung adjacent, magkasunod, consecutive. While opposite angles are non-adjacent angles. Meaning, hindi sila magkasunod. Magkatapat. Yan, opposite. So yung dalawang green, these are the opposite angles. Yung dalawang red, these are also the opposite angles. At kapag parallelogram, magkamukha yung mga opposite angles. Meaning, if this is 150, this is also 150. Okay? So if this is 40 degrees, this is also 40 degrees. Magkamukha yung magkatapat na angles kapag parallelogram. Eh sabi natin, di ba? Yung rectangle, yung square at yung rhombus, they are all parallelograms. Tama? Lahat ito, yung tatlo na to ay parallelogram. Ibig sabihin, dala-dala din niya yung property na yan. Opposite angles are equal. Pero nagkataon nga lang sa rectangle, lahat yan ay 90 degrees. So, ibig sabihin, tama pa rin yung property ni parallelogram kay rectangle because all right angles are equal. Lahat ng right angles ay 90 degrees, so lahat sila ay equal. So, opposite angles are equal here. This is 90, then this is also 90. This is 90, so this is also 90. The same is true with the square. This is 90, so this is also 90. Kung ito ay 90, then this is also 90. So, tama pa rin yung property ni parallelogram that opposite angles are equal. How about with the rhombus? Rhombus, the same with the property of parallelogram because a rhombus is a parallelogram. Okay? So opposite angles are congruent. The red ones are equal, then the green ones are also equal. How about with respect to kite? One opposite pair of equal angles. Isa lang. Isa lang yung magkamukha sa kanila. Ito yon. Okay? So yung magkatapat lang na yon yung equal, but these two they are not equal angles. Okay? So that's the difference. Kapag kahit ang pinag-uusapan natin, iisang pares lang ng equal angles ang mayroon sila. How about with respect to trapezium? Kapag trapezium walang special sa kanya when it comes to angles. Kaya wala tayong tatandaang property sa kanya. Maaaring magbago-bago yung kanyang angles. Okay? So, wala tayong angle properties na tatandaan when it comes to trapezium. Okay? So, those are the different properties that we have when it comes to quadrilaterals. Is that clear, Ronald? Can I hear a confirmation from
Yes,
you?
sir.
Yeah. How about you, Leslie Kyle? Did you understand the different properties of quadrilaterals according to angles?
Opo.
All right, thank you.
Opo.
So we shall now proceed to the diagonals. Anong ibig sabihin ng diagonals? A diagonal is a line segment that connects the two non-opposite vertices of quadrilaterals. So ibig sabihin, yung hindi magkasunod, kundi yung magkatapat. Ito, if this vertex is connected to this vertex, then the line segment formed is what we call a diagonal. And we have the different properties of the diagonals of these different types of quadrilaterals. Let's start with the parallelogram. Yan. So these two diagonals, they bisect one another. What do we mean by diagonals bisect? Ibig sabihin, bisect by dinidivide ng bawat isang diagonal into two congruent parts. Ibig sabihin, yung diagonal na to, hinati niya yung diagonal na to into two equal parts. That is why this portion is equal to this portion. Yung isang buong diagonal hinati sa magkamukhang parts. Meaning, if the measurement of this diagonal is equal to 20, yung kalahati niya is equal to 10. So this is 10 and this is also 10. They bisect one another. Hinahati nila into two equal parts ang bawat isa. So ito ding diagonal na to, nahati siya ng diagonal na to. So if this is 15, then this portion is 7.5 and this is also 7.5. Okay? How about with respect to the rectangle? So sabi natin ang rectangle ay parallelogram. So dala-dala niya yung property ni parallelogram. Diagonals bisect one another and they are all equal. Yun nga lang, ano? They are all equal. Magkakamukha lahat ng diagonals ng rectangle. How about with regards to square? Ayan. Diagonals bisect one another at right angles. Ibig sabihin, yung na-form na angle dito sa gitna, right angle yon, and the measurement of right angle is always equal to Abigail, what is the measurement of the right angle? Abigail, are you still there? How about James Carr? James Carr, what is the measurement of the right angle? How about Kian Carl? Kian Carl, what is the measurement of the right
90
angle?
degrees po.
Very good. A
90
right
degrees.
angle is always 90 degrees, meaning this point of intersection formed a right angle whose measure is equal to 90 degrees. Thank you. Yung iba mukhang nag-join lang but they are not participating in the discussion. So please be participative in our discussion because your participation in this discussion gives us guarantee that you are really in the meeting. Okay. How about the rhombus? All right. The diagonals of the rhombus bisect at right angles. Ganun din, ano? Katulad ng parallelogram, binabisect niya yung bawat isa at naka-form din siya ng right angle. Same sila ni square. Yun nga lang si square, lahat ng angles niya magkakamukha. Lahat ng diagonals niya, yung dalawang diagonals niya magkamukha. Pero si rhombus, hindi magkamukha yung kanyang diagonals. Sino lang ang mayroong magkamukhang diagonals? Only square and rectangle. Si square at si rectangle, the diagonals are equal. Si parallelogram at si rhombus, diagonals are not equal but they bisect one another. At si rhombus, naka-form ng right angle katulad ni square yung kanyang intersection. How about with regards to kite? Yan. Ano ang property ng diagonals ni kite? Diagonals cross at right angles. Ibig sabihin, ayan siya, no? Yung isa, binisect, ito lang yung na-bisect, ano? Yung shorter one, but the longer one, hindi siya na-bisect ni shorter one. And their point of intersection formed right angle. This is right angle. How about with regards to trapezium? Kay trapezium, wala rin. Ano? Nothing is special with regards to trapezium. Okay? So, did you get that, Miss Joy? Do you have any questions?
Nothing, sir.
All
Wala
right.
po.
Thank you, thank you. So, we shall now proceed to pagsama-samahin natin. These are the properties of quadrilaterals according to sides, angles, and diagonals. So, all these symbols, meron siyang ibig sabihin. Ano? So kung may dalawang blue na line dito at may dalawang blue na line dito, anong ibig sabihin nun? They are congruent. Paano naman po sir kung may dalawang arrow dito at may dalawang arrow doon? Ibig sabihin ng arrow, they are parallel. So kung tig-dalawa sila ng arrow, ibig sabihin they are congruent. Tulad dito, tig-isa sila ng arrow, they are parallel and at the same time they are congruent. Okay? So how about this one? This arrow and this arrow. Ano ang ibig sabihin nun? Yung arrow na to sa taas at saka arrow na to sa baba. Can I hear from Kirsten? Anong ibig sabihin ng arrow na to sa taas at arrow na to sa baba?
Rin po, sir.
This arrow, ito, sa rectangle. Yung arrow na to sa taas at arrow na to sa baba, anong ibig sabihin niyan? They are
Parallel po.
yes, they are parallel, and at the same time, dahil tigisa sila ng arrow, they are also Gian Ron. Aside from being parallel, ano pa? Ang ibig sabihin ng ng tig-isang arrow na yan? Gian Ron. Yes, correct. They are parallel, but they are also. How about Azen?
Congruent po.
Correct. They are also congruent. Very good. Okay. So reflective symmetry, what do we mean by reflective? Ibig sabihin, kapag nag-draw tayo ng line, meron bang mabubuo na symmetry? Anong ibig sabihin ng symmetry? Tulad ng face natin. If we draw a line in the middle of our face, yung left side at saka right side are reflection of one another. Ibig sabihin, yung line na yon ay line of symmetry. Pwede bang magkaroon tayo ng symmetry sa mga quadrilaterals na ito? Sa rectangle pwede. Kung magdodraw tayo ng line dito at saka line dito. So dalawang possible symmetries sa rectangle. Sa square, napakarami. Sa square, ilan? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 symmetries. Pwedeng 4 line of symmetry. How about with the rhombus? Yan, 4 ay dalawa sa rhombus. Isang pag ganon, saka isang pag ganon. The two diagonals. The same is true with kite. Ayan, meron ding symmetry siya. Pero isa lang, sa isang paraan lang. So sa parallelogram, meron din dito at saka doon. Sa trapezium, wala. Okay. How about with regards to rotational symmetry? Anong ibig sabihin ng rotational symmetry? Pag inikot mo siya, ganun pa rin siya. So yung parallelogram, order of 2. Ibig sabihin nun, dalawang beses. Pag inikot mo siya ng to the right, dalawang beses magkakaroon ng symmetry sa same parallelogram. Sa rectangle, dalawa din. Sa square kaya ilan? 4. Bakit? Kasi kahit na isang ikot mo lang dyan, isang quarter turn mo lang dyan, pare-parehas lang yan. Magkakamukha lang ang magiging itsura niya. How about sa rhombus? Dalawa. While sa kite and trapezium, wala. Okay? These are the different types of trapezium that we have. We have the general trapezium. What do we mean by general trapezium? Ibig sabihin ng general trapezium, we have one pair of parallel sides, but the two other sides are not congruent. Kapag naman isosceles trapezium, mali yung symbol nila dito, because these two are parallel but they are not congruent. Dapat dalawa yung arrow dito. Okay? Dalawa yung arrow dyan to illustrate that these two lines are not congruent. Kasi hindi magkamukha yan. So meron lang mali dito. Kulang lang ng isa dito. Okay? So isosceles trapezium siya. Why? Because these two other sides are congruent. Okay? So kaya siya tinatawag na isosceles trapezium. And then right angle trapezium. Bakit siya naging right angle trapezium? Kasi meron siyang right angles na na-form. Ito din, this is also an example of right angle trapezium, but these two, ito ay nakatayo. So may kulang lang din dito sa symbol. Dapat may isa pa ditong arrow because these two line segments are not congruent, dito din dapat may isa pa ang arrow because these two line segments are not congruent. So we have three different types of trapezium. We have the general trapezium, isosceles trapezium, and the right angled trapezium. Okay, so these are the angles of the different trapezium that we have. Kung may isosceles trapezium tayo, nagkakaroon tayo ng property sa angle wherein which ito ay nagiging congruent. Yung base angles ay nagiging congruent. Meaning this angle became congruent to this angle and this angle became congruent to this angle if and only if our trapezium is an isosceles trapezium. Okay? Ayun. Alright, so ayun na nga yung sinasabi ko kanina, no? One pair of equal sides and two pairs of equal angles. How about with respect to the diagonals? So sa isosceles trapezium, nagkakaroon tayo ng dalawang diagonals with equal length. Meaning, if this diagonal is 15, then this diagonal is also 15. So reflective symmetry, sa isosceles trapezium nagkakaroon tayo. Okay? Alright. So I want you to copy this blank schematic diagram of the quadrilaterals. I want you to name all these. Ayan, pangalanan nyo yan, ano, lahat. Pakikopya. I want you to draw this in your notebook or in a sheet of bond paper. Sa sheet of bond paper na lang, you draw this and then name the angles and then write the properties of the different quadrilaterals according to angles and according to sides and also their diagonals. Okay? Kopyahin yan, ano? Pwede nyung i-screenshot or picturean. Okay. So this will be our activity which will be submitted on Thursday during our second meeting. So sa second meeting, ito yung gagawin ninyo. Okay? How about this one? Ayan. I want you to define the different types of quadrilaterals according to their name, according to their sides, their angles, and diagonals. So these are the given quadrilaterals. What I want you to do is to define using your own words, using your own understanding, all these quadrilaterals according to their names, sides, angles, and diagonals. Just screenshot this figure. All right. So I guess that would be all for this discussion. Let me stop sharing my screen. Do you have any questions with regards to what we discussed this morning?
Wala po.
Wala, Ronald. Thank you. How about Renmar? Do you have any questions with regards to what we discussed today?
Wala po, sir.
All right. So if none, I guess that would be all for this morning. May I request Mergy to please lead the prayer after class.
In the name of Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Sana po mag-stay po yung aming lalason sa aming isip para po para sa next naming meeting may masagot kami sa recitation. Tapos po bigyan niyo po kami ng lakas para po makapag-aral ng mabuti mamaya. Thank you po.
All right. So that would be all for this morning. Happy learning, everyone. God bless you all and hope to see you soon. Keep safe and healthy. Okay? Bye-bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.